part 7 of making a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate overlay. I posted a little progress GIF on Twitter. Basically, I've got the round names, the commentators. Probably still need to put a microphone icon next to the commentators up there. And I got the scores and the player names. And there's also a commentator's scene. Looks like that. Alright, and today we're going to add a few extra things such as crews and player locations. So let's get started on that. Okay, so one thing I need to change first is that I have basically I've set the let's have a look. I've set the player names that should encompass everything about the player, but in the code I've only referenced the player names specifically, I'm pretty sure. So that's probably the first thing I'll have to change. Actually, I think I changed the bitrate of this stream, made it way too high. Yeah, okay, let's turn that way down. Okay, that should be good for new viewers. Okay. So I'm looking for team's person name. And I'm thinking of replacing all of the instances of team person name to just team person. And hopefully that doesn't ruin everything. But we'll find out. Okay, let's save that, have a look at the preview, see if it ruined anything. I need to refresh actually. Okay, so it looks like it mostly worked, it's just the border color didn't work. So let's fix that now then. Okay. Let's find out where I set the border colors. So here's one of them, but I think that's the orange border color. Here we have the teams. Oh, okay. So it looks like I have to copy this and replace it as well. And do the same for the last child. Looks like it only made one replacement anyway, so I'm just gonna... So here I'm just gonna get rid of this part that refers to specifically the name. And now it should be all good. Yeah, okay, back to normal. That's good. That'll set the foundation for when I add the locations and crews. So, let's get on with it. So, I think I've just completely hidden locations and crews for now. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah. Oh, so I've hidden the location name, but not the image so far. But I must have hidden the image somewhere as well. Let's see if I can find anywhere else where I refer to the location. No, it's right there under my nose, look at that. So I'll get rid of that, save, and see if we have... Okay. So you can see the part of the location icons have shown up. You can see the red one for Queensland and the orange one for Victoria, but they're a little too big and they're forcing the names out of their section anyway. So let's have a look what we can do there. Instead of constraining the width, probably want to constrain the height. And the height should be around how tall the player names are. So where have I set that? I'll probably actually copy this whole thing and take it down to where the player names are. Somewhere down here. Actually, it's kind of a more general case, so I'll leave it up here, possibly. But the height should be a specific case. So I'll get rid of the height up here, and then I'll go down and find where I've set the player names. Where are they? Actually, another thing I should probably do first is, at the moment, I've got locations for the commentators. It's probably not really too relevant, so I'll just get rid of that first. So that means that I'll hide everything where the type is equal to commentators and locations. So we'll set this to commentators. I'm pretty good at writing the word commentators on this keyboard, I've found. Lots of fairly easy letters. So now when I say that and refresh the preview, the location is gone for the commentators, but it's still there for the players. So let's style the player. Actually, I realized something else as well. So I've set the color, the text color, to transparent. Probably want to set the font size to 0 as well, so that it doesn't increase the width of the element. Even though we can't see the text, it's still there, taking up space. So we'll set this to 0. That's not 0. There we go. And that should take up less space now. I don't know if that'll change anything on the preview yet. Whatever it did, the preview is completely gone. The location image is completely gone, so we'll probably need to make it a specific height so that it comes back. So where have I defined the player names? Here they are. But hard to find a good place to put this stuff in the code. Perhaps I'll put it above the player names because it is technically going to show up before the player names. Alright, I'm probably just going to put it up here. Okay, so let's get rid of all this stuff because that applies to everything. And we probably want to set it only when the scene is set to game. Another thing we probably want to do is for every property that is a child of a team's person. Where do I get all the music? Well, because I was a Club Nintendo member, I think, I got the Super Smash Bros. Soundtrack mailed to my door for free. Yes, you're listening to the Super Smash Bros. Wii U soundtrack. You mean like, should I have like a starting soon banner for the stream or something? So it gives people a chance to come. Before I get started. So everything that's inside the person object. We want to make display inline block. Yeah, I ripped the CD onto iTunes and then it's just playing on repeat. I mean, in shuffle. So let's see if that changes anything. What is the height for each player anyway? I swear I set the height specifically somewhere. Is this it here? No. Here we are. I think this is it. So I'm not sure exactly how high I want it to be, but this will be a rough estimate. Oh, I see what you mean. You're talking about the Tournameta stream and playing music. That's an interesting idea. Yeah, a lot of other streams do that. Not a bad idea. Okay, so it looks like I've overridden the display none on the crews, which has caused them to show up prematurely. You got the 411 there. Just keeps showing up. So I'm probably gonna, instead of applying to all children here, I'm going to do to each one individually. So that includes the name of the person. that includes their location image. And also the crew abbreviation. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay. Good start, nothing's showing up now. I don't know what I did. Let's find out. Using the power of Inspect Element. My computer's not having a good time with this. Okay, so the location image, it seems to be taking up a lot more room than it should be. Here's the image here, and it's actually taking up no room. So what's taking up all the room? Anything? That's really strange. Maybe I'll need to define the width as well as the height. Hook up our players to heart rate monitors. Dude. You got some good ideas, Ben. Actually, to be honest, that's a really interesting idea. I don't think players would really like that, but I think that would be really interesting for the viewers, though. We just don't tell them about it, we just kind of like sneak it onto their body while they're playing, right? Okay, so it's still not showing up properly. I'll remove the location for now and just focus on the crew abbreviation probably. Okay. I'll change that player to someone who actually has a crew. Actually, I could just switch the players, couldn't I? It's like you can see the corner of the image peeking through. Okay, crew. I think this is because I'm keeping the whole crew hidden, but I'm only showing the abbreviation here. I need to like show the whole crew or something. More detailed map for stationary stages / platforms. Oh, you're talking about the mini-map in the top left. Well, that's something that's already in the game, if that's what you're talking about. And I'd kind of like have to add in the platforms myself. That shows where if players are off screen, it shows their little dots. That's that feature. So I'm gonna go up to where I set display none on everything, and instead of getting rid of the whole crew, I need to get rid of the crew name, probably. So that should be good now. Now what about the player location? I'll hide that for now as well. Whoops. Okay, now we have the crew abbreviation, but not... It's shoved your name out of there. So let's find out where the crew is. I think I'll just set the whole crew element to be in iron block. Same with location, probably. But I'll get rid of that for now as well. Hopefully this should work now. There we go, we got 411 Mr. L. Another really interesting part about that minimap is it changes from the left to the right side, and depending on which side the players are on, and it also disappears when players aren't off screen. So you're on the high scales of unnecessary here. So let's figure out how to space apart 411 and Mr. L, and let's also reduce the opacity of the crew text. So I think the easiest way to do this is to say if the person's crew I also kind of want to have crews for commentators as well, so I can get rid of this, hopefully. Doesn't screw anything up. Same with this, and I'll say if it's not empty, some padding to the right hand side. And what should the padding be? Like, is it like if I use EM units, will that work? Or will that just make everything trash? How did I do the score system? Well, basically, I've done all the groundwork for that before, where basically I can have the numbers show up, and I also know whether that number should be highlighted or not. And all I did was basically style it so that the numbers are transparent, and then they have an orange background, and they're side by side, and they have a red border up the top and a clipping mask to stop them from overtaking the character portraits. Oh, you said you like how I did the score system. Thank you. That's a much less detailed response, but I appreciate it. Let's see whether this padding thing worked or not. Okay, that's a little bit too much space between the 411 and the Mr. L. So let's change that quickly. I don't know if I should use EM units anyway. No, I suppose I should. Should I use REM? Let's try REM and see if that does anything. And also it looks like it's pushing SebPro's name further to the right, even though his crew is empty. Oh, I see. Part of the problem here is that I haven't set it to be just the crew abbreviation. I've set it to be the whole crew, which includes the name. There we go. Keep on forgetting this preview's in the top right corner. I mean bottom right corner, and it blocking what I'm typing. Okay, so now it looks like SebPro's name is back to normal. This is still not quite right, so I'm probably going to set this to 0.25 EM and hope that is correct. Okay, that's looks like a better spacing going on there. So let's now reduce the transparency as well. So should I just reduce the opacity, or should I change the text color? Opacity should be fine. 0.65. Okay, there we go. We got 411 Mr. L. Looks half decent. And SebPro 101 doesn't have a crew that I know of, so his name is fine the way it is. Now, let's see if we can do the location images. And also on my current layout, I have it so that it only shows the location if they're not from Queensland. So I might implement that here as well. So let's turn back on the location image. Get rid of this. Save, and let's see what kind of distraction it's causing. Okay, so that looks slightly better than before, for whatever reason. It's still pushing everything off to below its containing element. So what I'll do is I'll go to the code again and I'll uncomment this line. I don't know if this will help or not. Interesting. So it looks like it's like the wrong vertical alignment, which is kind of weird. It's kind of like really low down. At least it's not being super strange like it was before. I could probably try to fix this. Okay, so it's really low down. I wonder why that is. Is it because the font size is set to 0? Where have I got the font anyway? Another thing I haven't done is hidden the locations within locations. So let's probably do that now. So here I'm hiding everything in the location except for the image. So I suppose I have done that then. That should be just in the game scene. Because I want to show the location name in other scenes potentially. Also want to hide it if it's in the commentators. Flubbed it that time. I was writing it perfectly with this keyboard earlier. So that should help. Let's find out where I'm setting the location as well. Let's go back to here. Find out why it's so far down compared to everything else. it due to the font size? That was one of my ideas. Yeah, so the font size causes it to be really low. So how can I fix that? I want the font size to be the same, but I don't want the text to show up at all. Maybe if I set the font size to 0, but the line height to the font size that it should be. So if I turn off font size here, and then search for it in the computed section. So it looks like the font size is 0.75 rem. So if I copy that, so keep the font size at 0, but set the line height to 0.75 rem. The hope was that it would make everything okay, but it looks like it hasn't exactly done that. Man, I'm not sure exactly how to fix this. It's like I want to delete the text. I'll take a quick break and I'll be back soon. Okay, I think I've thought of a half-decent solution. The problem is that the the location icons here, it's probably a bit hard to see. I can either make them high, but make the text off the screen, or I can make them off the screen and the text fine. But I think I have a semi-solution, so still going to set the font size to 0. This probably helps a bit too. I'm going to add a negative margin to the top. Let's see if that helps. -5, 0.2 2VW. Okay, that doesn't help at all. Good to know. What happens if I add it to the parent element? Oops. Over the series logo. Ooh. Now you've got some interesting ideas. Let's have a look. Well, first I kind of want to see if I can do this. Nope, that was a bad idea. It's undo. Okay, location. Let's paste this here. Alright, this is being lame. I'm gonna see if I can do what you said and put it up there. It's kind of a problem is the percentages, because if Sheik's percentage was 3 digits and I put it inside the Triforce, then it would be covering up the percentage slightly. But I do think it would be a good idea to have the location image somewhere else that's not right next to their name, because there's a really interesting UI here. Crew name underneath the tags. That's also an interesting idea. Man. Oh, but then you got the stock icons down there. And if the crew name is any decent length, it might interfere. But I could consider putting the region icons elsewhere. I think that might be a pretty decent idea. Because if someone's got a long name like SebPro101, and let's say SebPro101 joins the 411, his name's gonna get even longer. In fact, it's too long to fit already? Is that legit? That's not very good. Oh wait, no. The problem is I'm still got the crew names. I mean the location icons there. So I'm gonna find where the location is, and I'm gonna stop it from showing inline, and I'm going to put it completely elsewhere. So position absolute. Let's see where it puts them if I say that. Okay, for some reason that made everything slightly better, but still not great. It's also being cut off. So... I think I have to set overflow to visible. Yeah, if I was to put the crew abbreviation on a new line, I don't think that would look quite as good. But you can put like the crew abbreviation next to the player name. But if you want to put it on the new line, I'd say it's probably going to be the whole crew name. let's find out if I can set overflow to visible here. That should help with showing the whole image. Yeah, I could potentially put the location image next to the player cam. Wait, so why isn't it showing... Wait, did I type... No, I've got overflow visible here. So why isn't it showing the whole Queensland icon? This is a little bit annoying. I'll show you. I have like a little template for the player cams. I have no idea what it's gonna look like in the actual context of putting player cams inside, but I'll show you what it looks like just to give you an idea. Where is it? Where did I put it? Here it is. Are we ready for this? So the red color is a bit vibrant. Basically the idea is to kind of fit the player cams into the diamonds, which are the same, to look similar to the character portraits. Ideally, if we had a green screen and some proper lighting, it would be, I could do it exactly like the character portraits. Anyway, that Queensland icon. Why is it... Oh, I think I've got it. I get why that's happening. So, I've set the width and the height. Oh, I hope. Let's find the... background size. No, it's set to contain. Why isn't it containing it then? Man, I'm gonna need to inspect element on this, I reckon. Wait, it is showing the whole Queensland icon. Is it? I just thought it looked weird. It's like, I thought it went lower than that. Well, I'm gonna check what this Queensland icon actually looks like. Yeah, it does have a... it does go further down. So why, if it's set to contain... Oh, because it's too high. I see what's going on here. Yeah, the size is too high. Gotcha. So what happens if I turn off the width anyway? So I need to go 1.4 minus something else. There we go, now the whole icon fits. Sent me a rough layout. Let's see what we got here. Got some nice drawing here from Ben Gold. Let's show the stream. Okay, got this one. Look at that. Fantastic drawing there. No, okay, so it's got the player cam, and then I'm assuming those are like 3 icons or something. Crew, region, and PR rank. Yeah, okay. That would imply that crews kind of have logos though. But I suppose you could have the crew abbreviations could be quite small. Got an interesting idea. You've sent me an image of Smash Bros. Ultimate. Character selection screen. Let's find... I've got a reference image for the character select here somewhere. Here it is. I'm just gonna check if it's... You're responding to my voice on Facebook? Is that what's going on here? Okay. That's actually given me a really good idea for the in-between games scene. So... Oh, I haven't even put this on the wrong side. Let's do this. So, for in-between games, and just thinking, probably now that you've given me this idea, I could have the player can kind of be in this section here, and I could have the player name kind of like here, and I could list all of the, or well, more accurately, I'd probably put the player name like up here, and then I'd list all of their like Twitter, Twitch, etc. But yeah, this kind of like player card is pretty nifty. See if I could recreate that using CSS. You got some interesting ideas, Mr. L. I like it. So let's make sure that this height works here. Alright, I'm gonna turn off the player cams for now, because they're a little distracting. And let's find, where have I got the location images? So I could set the height to be kind of small, and the width could be any widths really. What is the flag dimensions? Like 2:1 roughly? So this is like 3:1. So I'll just save that, give it a look. Alright, I'll let you know, or I'll let him know if I need any help with the graphics, because at the moment I'm trying to do it all with like pretty basic shapes, so it can be done in code purely, because I'm a maniac. But yeah, Dior brother is pretty darn good artist, so if I need anything more complex, I'll give you a buzz. So it looks like it's showing the whole icon now. But the problem is that it is covering up Seb Pro 101's crew. So what I was actually hoping so are you talking about on the stream, or are you talking about like just images on like Twitter or something? Because I have a reference image of what Nintendo's bracket looked like in the Invitational. So we were really to replicate something like this. That'd be pretty interesting. Okay, I've set the position to absolute, I'm pretty sure. Or have I set this thing's position to absolute? Okay. So if I go left and set it to like -2 BW, it just disappears. Yeah, it's still, I set overflow to visible, but it's still making stuff disappear. Why isn't this working? Because technically it could fit anywhere. Damn it, CSS, why you gotta do this? See, I can't move it anywhere outside of this black box. Actually, I could move it over here. That could work okay. Because it's kinda next to the stock icons. Yeah, I think having anything covering up the series symbol would... Actually, I just realized. So this one's got 2 digits and it's not covering Sheik at all. This one's got 3 digits and it is covering Snake a bit. So it actually... The score is... I mean, the percentage is locked in this position on the right, I think. Yeah, the scores... I mean, the percentage is always in the same right position. So that means that this part of the series symbol is free reign, so I could put something there. Another slight problem with that is that if I put Queensland's image over the player 1 red here, that's just gonna blend in too much. I'd have to add like an outline. But for like country flags it could work okay. Anyway, what were to happen if I to have the location images where they are now? State image versus the stage image? What do you mean by the stage image? Location. So is... Oh, this is... Wait. But... Oh, I see. So you'd have like... this over here, and then like versus, and then this over here. Something. Is that kind of what you meant? What do you think of the way it is right now? I think that looks pretty decent. Let's see if it works with like some international players. Yeah, I think that could work. It could be kind of small, but then everything's kind of small on this overlay, because that's the way Nintendo are doing it now. think that's a decent location for the region for now anyway. It's kind of off to the side. It doesn't have to be right next to the player name. In fact, it probably looks better where it is now. But if I want to show more things, like the player ranking and stuff. I think it's plenty big enough anyway. Player rankings I'll probably put on the other scene if I do that. So I don't want to clutter this scene up too much with information. Let's try some other flags and state images. Calculus. Versus Poppet 1. It seems to be easy enough to determine who's who, what's what, where each player is from. So I'm happy enough with that for now. I'll probably move on to something else. One thing I wanted to try was adding a tournament logo in between both the players. Actually, I also kind of want to see what it looks like in doubles. Let's see if... Let's switch to doubles. Who would win? Calculus and Mr. R, or Poppet 1 and Ghost? I wonder. But yeah, this is looking pretty nifty. With the location icons and Kanga next to Ghost's name. Makes it seem almost... The idea is that hopefully it looks kind of like part of the game. So now that I've got that done, the problem with putting the tournament logo in the middle of the two players in singles is that in doubles that won't work at all because there's no space between the middle players there. So I'd either need to put it like in top left corner, top right corner. Another thing is player cams on the doubles scene. That's not gonna work. So doubles kind of screws with everything. Screws with schedules, screws with stream overlays. I don't even know what the the UI is going to look like with more than 4 players, like for like triples or quads, like 8-player Smash. He's saying that the scores don't fit as well in the doubles layout because they're only attached to one player. Which I wasn't really sure what to do about that either. but I shall switch back to singles and have a go with the tournament logos. Okay, so here I've hidden everything inside the tournament, but instead I probably want to have, sorry, I want to hide everything inside the tournament instead of the whole tournament. Space for a small player cam if I move the scores. Probably not. Doubles is like pretty... If you want to have the player cams anywhere down the bottom, it's... Oh, you could put like a tiny player cam, but the problem is there's 2 people per camera now. So there's less space for more people. So might have to even forfeit the player cams on the doubles layout, because there's not much room. Anyway, let's switch back. So now I want to try so on the game scene, and when the event is not set to teams, here's that. Switch to a stream layout where there's border around it. I could. But I don't think I can make it look... It'd be like a waste of space, kind of, because if you resize the gameplay, then you either have to do it how I have it right now in my Wii U layout, where I have the players on top of each other, but then I'd have to add like a whole new section underneath, which probably wouldn't be worth it. In theory, I could make a whole new layout just for doubles, but I think to keep consistency, kind of want to keep it the way it is, the same as singles, except with no player cams, God forbid. Okay. So, actually, I'm not even sure, in the Wii U layouts, do they have player cams for doubles? I can't remember how much room it takes up. What if I can search here? So it looks like Wii U's even worse. There's absolutely no room. It's about the same actually. So it looks like on most layouts they either have a border or they don't have player cams. This is the one I was looking at. Yeah. No player cams here. That's the compromises you make for full screen game. Anyway, let's add some tournament logos. So four. I want to have a background image and set the URL. CW Queensland. And then I probably want to set the width and the height. This as well, I want to copy this stuff. I also want to have the content attribute so it shows up at all. Okay, let's just write it in. Display block. Position absolute. What else do I need to put? So width and height. Width, like, what percentage is it? Like 10%? I want to have the same for the height as well. The top value be roughly the same as the players. So where is that? Here. Actually, what is the height for the players? 8.3%. Interesting. So I'll try 10 for now anyway. And the left value, I think 45 is how that math works. Save that. If all goes well, it should show up. There it is. Oh, you know what's cool? That's in the middle of the screen, but it's not in the middle of the two players. So we got some nice asymmetric design from Nintendo here. I'm not sure if it was like that for Wii U as well, but I think I'll have to adjust this manually. Also, I want to reduce the opacity as well, so it's not like blatantly covering up precious gameplay. Something like 50% maybe. 60%? We'll try 50. And then we shall see. Wait, did that even reduce the opacity? Because it looks like it's still completely opaque. What is I set to like 0.1? There we go. Now we got an opaque logo. I think you want it to be like really opaque. So like 0.2 seems pretty good. 0.15. The guy who designed Smashville, is that referring to its like asymmetric like hitbox, or is that a different stage? Even though like it's visually the same. 0.15, that's probably too low. Probably 20%. Seems okay. So I'll change that over here as well. And I'll adjust the positioning. %. And let's I mean, that looks okay. Something like 42.5 maybe. It looks like 43 is the best bet. 42.9. 0.8. .9 seems to be about right. Okay, let's have a look at the preview. Okie dokie. Now, doubles though. What do? Might be able to fit a smaller logo potentially. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back. don't even know what music you're referring to, because it looks like we got Mario on now. Only the best music. Okay, let's switch to doubles and see if I can find anywhere to put the logo. At the moment it's just completely disappeared because I've told it to. So let's tell it to not disappear. So this section, if the event is not set to teams, and now I need to make this section if it is set to teams. It's pretty simple stuff. Refresh. Okay, so that's it's not looking the best in the same position as the singles. Where can I put you? I could make it a lot smaller, potentially. I could put it in the top left. Man, doubles. It's ruining everything. I could put it in the top right. Let's just try some stuff. So Ryu's got a nice little companion there. Okay, doesn't look that great there, especially that big. What I could do is put it up here, and then basically make the round and the commentators further in for doubles. That's a possibility. I could also make the logo super tiny, or remove it entirely. Let's try resizing the logo. Player emote DLC packs? You mean emotes of images of players' faces and stuff? Because what I think about that is they're only really relevant in the particular stream that has those players, or in the Australian sub-community. But if I have emotes of like Nintendo characters, then they can be used all around Twitch. Anyway, if that's what you're even referring to. So we have a tiny little Couch Warriors logo here. This might as well not even be there if it's that small. And it also kind of clutters things up. Also, I'm only allowed one emote at the moment because I'm an affiliate, not a partner. I think if I was a partner, I would be allowed at least 3 emotes. Because you get 2 to start with and 1 extra one if you have over 10 subs. So, hopefully Ultimate will boost viewership, we can get partnership, have more emotes. That'll be good. Something I didn't try is putting the logo on the right side. Actually, that kind of works. If I don't have player cams, I can totally put it there, and it doesn't look like shit. But some of the logos might not look as good. I think that could kind of work. At least for temporary, anyway. Yeah, I don't really like it up there with the score. I mean, with the timer. Yeah, if we had like 2 different logos. But then again, at the moment I've got the score there, so can't really fit a logo there yet. What if I didn't have a score? Yeah, I reckon that could kind of work over there, at least temporarily. Yeah, I don't think it even if the score wasn't there, it doesn't look as good because it's really close to the character portrait. But yeah, I think that could look okay. So what left position is that? 89.9? Something like 90 maybe. So all of these values are going to be the same. So I'll slot them up here. And the left value is going to be different for each event. Yeah, it looks alright. Something I only just thought of is the score. So on my current overlay on Crew Battles, the score transitions to a number instead of the grid. But that wouldn't work exactly on this layout right now. Basically, I think I could slot a number in where the grid is and just keep the black outline the same. potentially. Maybe that should be the next thing to experiment with. Okay, so where have I got the scores? Actually, it's the grid. Wait. No, it's the units. But then the whole score, I suppose, is the thing that has the background. So I'll say yeah, there'll be too many units. In a crew battle, because oh wait, no, there'll only be one unit because it's best of one. So if the event is set to cruise, then I want the score to be a specific width. So let's say 3%, maybe like 5. Let's see how that looks. So if I change this to crew battle, okay, so that worked better than I expected. So the number in there still represents the, if it was best of 1 basically, but I can change this number, potentially. So where have I removed the number? Be up here, wouldn't it? Why have I hidden the Twitter? Oh, never mind. I know why that is. Because instead of showing the player Twitters, I show all of the players in the crew. So if the event is not set to cruise, then hide the number. Otherwise, show the number and hide the grid. How's that? Let's refresh. Okay, so the number might be a bit small, but let's see if I what was I gonna do? Adjust the stock count, so let's say they start with like 16 stocks. I don't think that's a very standard number. If that would only be if we were doing 4 stock. What happens if I make... So first let's see what it looks like zoomed out. Actually that looks totally fine, I think. Have a look at the main preview. Yeah, I think that could totally work. The score probably doesn't need to be that wide. So let's change that. Three. I suppose I should adjust it on the fly, technically. Three seems like it's roughly the right value anyway. Also, another minor problem is, I think, if I change it back to like singles and I make it like best of 11, how many units are there gonna be? I mean, that kind of still works. It's a little bit messed up. But, you know, it could look kind of cool. Have that many grid units. So let's increase the scores. Whoa, that's a lot of lag. The bar fills up. It actually looks kind of cool. I like that they're next to each other horizontally instead of like in a square grid like they are in my current layout. It makes them look like they're filling up the progress bar or something. It could be kind of neat. Also, I haven't changed the color of the last one. Nor have I changed the color of the winners or losers side of grand finals, if I add that to the grid. I'm not really sure if there's much else I want to do on this stream. It's 11 o'clock. I started pretty late. Alright, let's hit up Team Trifox with a raid. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks for all your ideas, Ben, and thanks for watching for so long. And see me in the next stream. I'll be continuing work on the ultimate layout.